With most product reviews that I see on the internet, the thing being reviewed has only been used for a short time, or even lent to a professional rider for a day. The problem with that is that we don't use products for one day, or even a couple of weeks. We often use them for months and years. Every now and then on this channel, we take a look at a new mountain bike product or review something that I've been using for at least a couple of months. Product reviews are a great way to see what a piece of kit is really like when it's being used by a real person. Today we're going to be revisiting 5 of the products that I previously reviewed on the channel to see how they've held up after prolonged use. My overall aim is to make a couple of these videos over the coming months to bring you fully up to speed on all the kit that I've reviewed. And of course, I'll include links in the description below if you want to take a look at any of the products at the end of the video. First on the list is my Brand X Ascent dropper post. We've looked at the importance of dropper posts on the channel in the past, and the Brand X is one of the cheaper models on the market. I've had no problems with this dropper post at all over the last 2 years. I've never serviced it, adjusted it, or thought about it in any way since putting it on my bike. It spent 2 years on my old Voodoo Bizango hardtail, and I've now put it onto my new Voodoo Bizango Pro. My only gripe with the dropper post is that the lever sticks out a bit, but that's it. The lever itself has worked out fine and has held up much better than I originally thought it would. When I first got it out of the box, I was slightly concerned that it might be a bit cheap, but 2 years in and it's still going strong. A reliable purchase and a top product. Back in 2019, I picked up the IXS Trigger full face helmet. I use it regularly for gnarly trails and bike parks, basically for anything where there's a high chance of landing on my face. It meets all the proper safety checks and it's one of the lightest full face helmets on the market. I really like this helmet. It's comfortable, breathable and confidence inspiring. Because of these attributes, I'm happy keeping my helmet on all the time. Up hills and longer rides, things that I didn't feel comfortable doing in an old full face. The adjustable retention system at the back is a nice touch and it seems to be hard wearing. It's one of the parts I was slightly worried about when I got the helmet. I've had this about 1.5 years now and I'm really happy with it. The only thing is that IXS do seem to have awkward helmet sizes. You can either get a small medium or a medium large. This is a bit of a dilemma when it splits the medium down the middle. The medium large was a bit big, so I ended up going for the medium small, which fits me perfectly. I definitely couldn't go any smaller though, so it is worth doing your research on sizing. If you ride flat pedals, your riding shoes are going to be a huge factor in you staying on the bike. Back in 2019, I got a set of the Freerider DLX shoes. Apparently. I say that because they were in a sale. I thought they were the EPS model, which is what I called them in my review. But it turns out that they're the DLX model. Nonetheless, I've used them for the last 2 years. The reason I got them is because they have a waterproof outer that I thought would be awesome for the winter months. The soles of the whole Freerider line of shoes is this winning 510 rubber. It provides an amazing amount of grip. Combine them with a decent set of pedals and you're glued to your bike. I really noticed the difference going from my old shoes to these. As for the weatherproofing, I can't say that I felt the water resistance benefits. Perhaps they stop spray from wetting your shoes, but riding in the winter, my feet have been just as wet as everything else. I gave them a thorough wash for this video and they look like they're in okay condition, but after just 1 year I did notice that they weren't very hard wearing. I've used these on every ride over the last 2 years, so to be fair, they have had a decent amount of use. For the price tag, was I expecting slightly more? Maybe? Do they owe me anything? I don't think so. Would I get them again? Yeah, sure. You may remember this next piece of kit from a wet weather product video that went out on the channel at the start of last winter. This is my 8 litre portable pressure washer. I use this as a way to spray my bike down when it's caked in mud before it goes in the car. If that's all you're going to use it for, then you won't be disappointed. But after using it for the last year or so, the nozzle doesn't seem to be as effective at cleaning mud off, and I don't seem to be able to get the same pressure from it that I once did. I was never expecting this to replace a hose or pressure washer, and perhaps I was expecting a bit too much from a piece of plastic that costs less than 25 quid. I'll still keep using this product on my trips away, but I don't know how much longer it'll last, or how effective it will be at cleaning as it slowly deteriorates. To be honest, it's been fun, it served me well, and I'm glad that I've had it. Now we get to the bottom of the list. I got these Endura shin pad socks back in the summer last year after whacking my shin on my pedal. A costly mistake. Endura are a well-known brand, so despite the hefty price tag for a pair of socks, I thought it was worth it to avoid another accident. Now, the first issue with these is sizing. You basically have two choices. Looking at the guide online, you have a small or a large. My feet are 9.5, so I went for the large, which fits me okay, just a little baggy on the foot. I wore these socks on 2 rides and found that they had holes in them. I hadn't fallen off or caught them on anything that I was aware of. Considering how much they cost, the level of durability is appalling. For something designed to protect against pedal strikes and brambles, I don't see how these can be so flimsy. Because I've had them so long, I can't send them back, so I'm just having to patch them up myself to try and get my money's worth out of them. With 2 holes already in them, I can't see them lasting much longer. And that's why these take the bottom spot of my worst MTB product today. Of course, with all these products, it's just my opinion, based on the time I've had them and how I found them. Your experiences may differ. I think I give everything a fair shake when I use it, and I consider the stresses and strains that I put these products under to be pretty fair usage from an average rider. Whenever I introduce a product to the channel, I always try to tell you guys how long I've been using it, so that way you can make your own decisions up about the quality of the review. So I hope you enjoyed this long-term honest review of 5 products that I've been using over the last couple of years. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments. Remember to hit the subscribe button to keep up to date on the action. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.